In an unprecedented turn of events, the Invictus Games, an event once celebrated for its focus on healing and honoring wounded, injured, or sick military personnel, finds itself at the epicenter of controversy. Over 800 veterans have withdrawn their involvement from the 2025 Invictus Games in Canada, with many citing the overwhelming presence and influence of Meghan Markle as a significant factor. This withdrawal signals a potential shift in the ethos of the Games from a veteran-centric event to a platform for personal branding, leaving many to question if the original purpose of the Invictus Games has been overshadowed by celebrity allure. The Invictus Games, founded by Prince Harry in 2014, were meant to provide a platform for veterans to compete in sports and find a sense of community, healing, and recognition. However, recent developments suggest a different narrative. Reports have surfaced indicating that veterans feel the event has morphed into a spectacle where the spotlight is no longer on them, but on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. The Games, once a symbol of resilience and recovery, are now perceived by some as a stage for the couple's personal PR campaign, with veterans feeling marginalized in their own event. Critics argue that Meghan's involvement has shifted the focus from the athletes to her own public image. https://x.com/i/grok ? Text =% 2520 image. The Games have seen an influx of media, not primarily to cover the athletes' stories of triumph over adversity, but to capture moments that could elevate the couple's brand. This shift in focus has reportedly led to veterans feeling used as mere backdrops for celebrity photo ops rather than the heroes they are meant to be celebrated as. Furthermore, there's a growing sentiment among the veterans that the management of the Invictus Games has prioritized glamour over the needs of the participants. Complaints include inadequate support for logistical and health-related concerns, with some veterans feeling that their welfare is secondary to ensuring that the event maintains a high-profile allure. This has resulted in a significant number of participants opting out, expressing disillusionment not just with the event's direction but specifically with how Meghan Markle's involvement has changed the Games' dynamic. The financial aspects of the Invictus Games have also come under scrutiny. There are allegations that a substantial portion of the funds is spent on ensuring the couple's comfort and visibility, like luxury accommodations and security, rather than on the athletes' well-being or the event's operational success. This has led to concerns about the allocation of resources, where the emphasis seems to be on creating a polished image for the world rather than supporting the veterans who are the heart of the Games. The narrative around Meghan Markle's influence on the Invictus Games isn't just about financials or media focus, but also about the perceived authenticity of the couple's involvement. Many veterans feel that the genuine connection and understanding that Prince Harry once brought to the Games have been diluted. They argue that Meghan's participation, while initially seen as supportive, has instead turned into a platform for her own advocacy, which doesn't always align with the direct needs of the military community. This has sparked debates on whether the Invictus Games can maintain its original mission while accommodating personal agendas. In response to these criticisms, there have been efforts from Prince Harry and Meghan to address the concerns. They've attempted to engage more directly with the veterans, trying to mend the rift by promising a reorientation towards the Games' core values. However, skepticism persists, fueled by the belief that these are merely reactive measures to salvage their public image rather than deep-seated changes in how the event is managed. The fallout from this situation has broader implications for the Invictus Games' future. There's a palpable tension about whether the event can regain its standing as a respected and revered competition for military personnel. The withdrawal of such a significant number of participants is a stark indicator of the discontent that has brewed, potentially setting a precedent for future events. The narrative that has unfolded paints Meghan Markle not as a supportive figure but as an antagonist in the story of the Invictus Games. Her involvement is seen by many in the military community as having tipped the scales away from the event's founding principles towards celebrity and personal branding. This has led to a re-evaluation of the Games' direction, with veterans and supporters alike calling for a return to the essence of what the Invictus Games were meant to embody. As the Games approach, the challenge for Prince Harry and Meghan will be to navigate this crisis, not just by mending relations, but by demonstrating a genuine commitment to the veterans' cause over their own public image. Whether they can steer the Invictus Games back to its original path remains to be seen, but the current scenario has undeniably cast a shadow over what was once a beacon of hope and recovery for many.